Okay, so we're going to start deployment of some more software through SCCM, and this time a big one. Of course, I already sent that MS Office 2013 link uh, to be downloaded, so it's in the Google group. And well, so before that, this is that online LMS I've uploaded. So there are many courses here that are being offered. So I've just sent an email, and I'm going to be spreading that email to other groups as well for Microsoft Private Cloud with some intro labs. So it's to intro labs to other AWS and other cloud solutions by other vendors. So cloud admin is really, really in, and these skills, even if you have some part of that skill, this is still required even in at desktop roles and then system admin roles. They are asking for some portion of that skill. That if you know Windows Azure, if you know others, cloud solutions on basic to advanced levels. So we're gonna try to do a lot of cloud related labs and what Microsoft Private Cloud is all about. It's going to be it's going to use SCCM as well, but it's going to have more of the system centered products. And what's the concept of Microsoft Private Cloud? Many people are doing some the certifications already for private cloud and doing those courses. Amazon is the leader in this, and Microsoft's rival in this. But definitely, I'm just going to be sending you emails and offering those timings there and corresponding to all of the students who showed interest before. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with our setup related stuff. So any problems or issues you could let me know, and during the week on WhatsApp as well as on Google group. And many of us were attempting to do the labs, and many of us have successfully reached till the last class, and that's very good to know that a majority of us are working hard and trying to pursue all the labs. And if there are any problems, let me know. Otherwise, Google Sensei is there, Master Google. But I would just recommend that, or I could request that you should share your all the errors and solutions. I have created that link as well. I have created that link as well on the that forum that I'm running. So here now it's solutions to errors. This is where you can put errors and their solutions to for SCCM for 2012 related, which I'm going to be regularly updating. VMware related errors, Citrix related errors, cloud solutions and related errors. So solutions to errors, any errors coming and you found a solution. So I'm going to be updating a lot of either I'm going to put the links there, or I'm going to whatever we are facing or whatever anyone else has faced. So we're going to put the errors and then how we resolved it. So it's going to be very useful for everyone. So there are two errors already for SCCM that have been mentioned there. So if you're repeating that lab again, so how did this come? And I'm going to be updating the answer for that, as well as any other errors that we're coming we're seeing. So if you guys are also seeing any errors, please send me the screenshots for those. Even if you don't have a solution, so send me the screenshot for the error at least, so I could update it here, and then we can slowly put all the solutions there, or at once there we can put a lot of solutions or links to those solutions, possible solutions as well, which is very important. So there is that Pixie boot error that another student Chandra was having. So we saw that email. So then Jay, another student, he faced that error and he posted his solution, which worked for him. So this is helping everyone, right? And the whole internet community as well. Anyway, so we can just put those solutions there, and at least send me the pictures, screenshots for the errors, if not the solution, right? So I'm gonna update that error window here, and for any error there are many sites with all So all the solutions. There are many solutions and many sites there are for solutions. Anyway, so this is the second thing I wanted to talk. Let's go get down to our SCCM now. So for that, let's just go ahead. I've sent already the files, and we can just now start with the MS Office. I hope you have all downloaded that. Um, uh, okay, let me just type this. So let's get to our MS Office deployment, and we can go ahead and check out other stuff as well. Um, oh, okay. If yeah, so there's a message in the chat that it's taking forever to download MS Office from Dropbox. Seriously? Oh, when did you start? But anyway, yeah, it's Dropbox is really, or I should have, you know, sent that a couple of hours ago. Alright, 250 KB per second. Ouch. Oh. Hey, what's wrong with your download, Shahjan? So no, it's Dropbox, I think. Yeah. Uh, so okay, so this is again the four courses which are always in demand, and students are asking so much. When are you starting VMware? When are you starting Exchange 2013? And when are you starting Cloud Administration? When are you starting again the SCCM class? So cloud will also have SCCM role as well, but that's going to be about the cloud, but not about the SCCM. Anyway, the knowledge you get from here, you can just apply on the cloud as well, but it has its own. It's like another planet, so we need to know about that planet, right? Really, because people are paying, companies are paying for that planet. Okay, it's not planet, the course, the knowledge. Okay. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and SCCM 2012 R2. This is the book which we recommend for 2012 R2. Let's get going with our today's deployment. um, well, any issues, let me know. And I also already mentioned that on the IT forum. We have so I've started that solutions to error. So errors. So please do send me your error screenshots, and with the solution, I will really appreciate that, or possible solutions or links to the solutions that you think may be workable. So I'm just gonna add the whole thing there for anyone to again pick it up. So let's just go ahead. Make sure that your clients are showing yes. In my case, if I go to my environment and go to devices, so yeah, so my clients are showing Windows 7 and 8 both showing yes. Okay, cool. So let's get back. And of course, this is how it looks like when you're deploying a client CCM setup. But let's just go ahead. So first we're gonna try to deploy MS Office 2013. Then we're gonna be going for software updates. Normally it's software updates that's mostly the SCCM 2012 is used for. Basically, it's very organized through SCCM, but if you're not using, or if companies are not using SCCM for anything else, this software update is one thing that they do use it for. But knowing that it has huge amount of other solutions as well, so this they start with this and then they go ahead with other solutions as well. We have tried the packaging, we have tried so I'm just gonna try today also. Last time we packaged an exe file, one software, but also we can just deploy two software or three exe files as well and package them together in one MSI package, right? So last time there was that exe file, and we ran it. We ran the installation, and that was just one one software that was converted to an MSI package, right? So we can deploy one software and stop. Then we can deploy a second software and stop, and then we can deploy a third software, and then we can create a whole package. And when we deploy that package, all three software get installed, right? So we're gonna try to do that too, because it has or could have some problems as well. So before that, let's just start with the MS Office deployment. It's the big one, and we could just put it at total zero touch or and total silent installation as well. but we as well need to see the progress on the client machine. So we're gonna choose those options, which actually show us on the client side that hey, it is installing, and I hope there are no errors. But as you have experienced, that errors do come for different people. So I've just recreated the whole environment, and the last class was missed because of that. So plus all the other classes and labs. So okay, let's just go ahead with the MS Office deployment. Well, who has the MS Office with? Anyone was able to download? Because sorry about that, I just put that link 1.5 hours ago. So whoever saw that, tried to install or is trying to, excuse me, is trying to install that. So anyone was able to install MS Office, which I sent on the Google group completely? Yes, no, maybe in the chat you can mention that. Okay. So anyone was able to install MS Office, which I put in the Google group. Let's go ahead and oops, no one. Okay. Well, yeah, it's my bad. I should have, sent that like yesterday. Oh, so you got it downloaded. Okay, cool. Sure. And but where do we install that? So now the whole procedure of so we need to put MS Office inside. As usual, I'm just gonna go ahead with the major steps. So there, I'm just gonna mention where to put what. So major steps and okay. Major steps here include that, of course, the majorest, New English. Majorest step is that download MS Office from Dropbox link. Second thing, copy MS Office and Office customization. I sent that link as well. Customization file to the C or E drive. I think we just have one. In fact, we're going to be deploying lots of other folders as well. So today's major step, I'll just include let's add one more hard disk to our SCCM server. And create a folder and just copy that. And so copy MS Office and to the software folder on the second drive, which we are going to create now. Second drive, just give it 100 GB. So let's get the files there, and the two files, and then get it working, because we have to be a little, it's going to be a little tricky. So we have to be a bit careful about this if we want to have a smooth installation of MS Office. It's a big software, so many things will be required, many options will have to be changed. So let's get going. I'm just gonna go and start with the major steps here. So download MS Office, done. Second thing, well, for me, done, sorry. But try to understand this. Let's add one more disk. So I'm just going to quickly go there to SCCM server and right click the virtual machine here. So we're adding a new hard disk now, right? That step. So let's just because their MDT is coming, there are many other software coming that we need to keep on putting and piling up. So let's just right click SCCM server and go for settings here. SCCM server, right click and go to settings. Yikes. Okay. Here we're just going to add a hard disk. So right click and settings and then click add here, and then we go for the hard disk is already selected there. The hard disk is already selected there. When we click add here, then next, no change here on this page, disk type, and yes, it should be a new disk, and yes, it should be Yeah, we can just go for 60 GB as well, but I'm just putting 100. It's not necessary that you have that much space, but it's going to dynamically increase. So whatever we put there, it's just gonna, put that, but it's gonna go up to this. Anyway, I'm just in the habit of putting 100, but you can keep it 60 as well. We're not gonna reach 60 GB for deploying software or copying the software. So next, and this is the name of the disk.vmdk is the extension. So let's just go ahead and click finito. Okay, so we have a second disk here, and we press OK. We just need to format that disk, and then it would be viewable. If we just go to the Windows Explorer folder now, we still don't see that, and this is just that shared folder, not the second disk. So we have just one. So I'm just gonna go quickly to this server manager here, and then go for file and storage services. And then go for disks, and offline disk should be showing here, and there it is, offline 100 GB. So we're just gonna make it online, then we're gonna just make it initialize, and then we're gonna format that. See, so easy. Ooh, okay, so so disks, offline, right click, bring online, yes, bring initialize the disk, yes. Now it's GPT or GUID partitioning table, and it supports hard disk sizes bigger than 2 terabyte up to 64 terabyte. So anyway, this is what we chose. So we just first took it online, then we clicked the initialize button, and then right click again third time, and we're gonna go and create a new volume. So when we create a new volume, next, now disk 1 is showing, yes, that's the new disk we introduced. And next, yes, the full size we're gonna use 99 GB. Next, yes, the drive letter could be E, no problemo. Next, and there's that volume, so we're just gonna put there, we can name this drive as software drive. So even what we already put before in C drive, we could just later put it back here, because we're gonna share this as well. Not this drive, but the shared folder inside that drive. So next, and create. Okay, so we're gonna click close. So we have just added the new disk. So we could add today's software, and from now on, whatever software extra we introduce, we're just going to dump it on this new disk. So is it there? So we can just go back to the Windows Explorer, and there it is, software E. So what we had before, C drive, is soft. Okay, the folder called soft, and it's already having hotfixes, ADK, and prereqs. I think I don't need that, so ADK I'm just gonna remove anyway, it's just taking up disk space anyway. So this E drive, let's just go there in E drive, which we just added and formatted. So I'm just gonna open there and create a folder called software, and now I'm gonna dump that MS Office and the Office customization tool inside this folder. Before we dump or after, we can just try to share this. So right click this software while we're here, let's just share this. So right click the software and share it. So share with specific people, and well, those exactly very specific people are everyone. So in production environment, definitely it's not gonna be everyone, but here so at least we need to know that on production. And because we might be putting back something there as well, so let's just put it read and write. We might upload something there as well, so read and write everyone, so anyone can upload there as well. We're gonna do that, so click share. So on SCCM server 2, in my case it's SCCM server 2. I just had to recreate the whole environment, right? So some of the names are new or different. So software and done. Okay, now in the software, I'm just gonna grab that MS Office which I uploaded on Dropbox and sent to the Google group to everyone. If you haven't downloaded, please start downloading that, and let's just deploy the MS Office to our the most cooperative machine of the two, Windows 7 and Windows 8. Anyway, so let's just go there, and so I'm just going to go and grab that folder. So okay, I'm just gonna drag to my other screen here and expand that and go to that folder of SCCM. So let's just put those two files here. So I'm just going and reaching that, and software and Office 2013. From there, I'm just copying this Office customization tool. So right click, paste, drag and drop, and what I uploaded there was actually, I think I uploaded there, I'm dragging this .img file I uploaded there for Office Professional Plus x64, this one. Okay, this one. So you've downloaded this disk image here, and oh, I don't have RAR. So right click, yeah. So first, so we have copied that here. Now we're gonna expand the folder. We're gonna do all this stuff. Well, I have RAR in my host machine, so, and I've extracted through that RAR that folder. So I would recommend that let me drag that folder here. So if you have WinRAR there, WinZip, especially WinRAR, so the Office customization tool is this. So right click and extract that if WinRAR is there. So it's gonna offer that option if you right click, extract to this folder. So it's already extracted here. So I'm just gonna right click that extracted folder instead of the RAR one, and let me just drag this again back, and I'm just gonna copy paste the actual folder extracted one, so I don't need this one, RAR one. Okay, so these are the two folders that we needed. These are the two files and folder, but the actual step is that how to arrange it. So we could start customization. So we need to customize some of the options in MS Office, so we could deploy this easily or through SCCM. So for that we have this customization tool. It's not compulsory that only through SCCM when you're deploying you need customization tool. You can just use any of the deployment software, and you can still customize any of the deployment options. MS Office, you can make it a totally silent installation in the background. User has no idea that MS Office is being installed through SCCM, even through group policy, and through any other software, right? So there are customization tools here that's going to make it totally silent, zero touch installation, but we're gonna not make it zero touch. We're gonna go to the client side, and we're gonna one or two clicks we're gonna do. Okay, so how we need to arrange that. So let me just update those major steps. So first copy MS Office, and then this is done. So we copied it to the second folder. Now extract MS Office to a new folder called MS Office, and extract and extract also or double click and extract Office customization tool. So I'm going to show you now what do I mean by that. So we're going to just create this control B here. So what we have done, let me just put that, and we're going to keep on adding more what we need to do. So let's just get going now and try to get this arranged in a way that we can actually customize it. So minimize this, and now since it's an image img file, so if I right click this MS Office professional file or Office professional file, it shows me the option of mount. I hope it is showing this to everyone or whoever is following me, that if you right click, it should be showing mount, which means that it's going to connect or mount with our local DVD from within this server. So we don't have to mount it from outside, although we can do that too to our DVD, but from inside also we can do that. So click mount, and it's going to be mounted with our DVD drive, and now the inside files are available. Okay, but we need to put customization files, we need to mix customization files with these files, the extracted MS Office files. So for that, we need the files to be copied to that E folder. For that as well, we need to go back to this PC, go back to E drive, and go back inside a software folder, and we need to create that third folder called MS Office, because we need to dump all the files of MS Office inside this folder, so we could later add customization files and mix it with these MS Office files, right? That's the way it's going to be able to customize this MS Office. Otherwise, if we deploy this MS Office without touching this customization tool, what will happen is when we deploy, MS Office will stop at key. Okay, put the key. Suppose you're deploying it to 200 users. You don't want that to happen. And then it will ask a region or time zone or all those options during the installation when what it asks. So we don't want any of those to be appearing, but we still want some of the options to appear so we could know that the Office installation is going on and there's no error. So that's why we need to go through the customization and then tell SCCM, hey, this is a package we've created, so why don't you just go ahead, Mr. SCCM. So here, MS Office empty folder right now. Let's just copy all the DVD through the DVD. So I'm just gonna go to this PC again, then I'm going to the DVD, right click, don't autoplay, just click open here so we can go inside. Oh, there's SCCM, seriously. Okay, oh, there it is. Yeah, it's a separate drive, it created with a separate drive letter, not the SCCM1 DVD. This is the other DVD drive it created with that drive letter F. So we'll just go there, open. So once we're inside that MS Office one, once we're inside the MS Office DVD, not the SCCM DVD. Well, actually, you know what? I was thinking that's the DVD it mounted to, but it just created another one. So Control A, right click, copy. So just select all, or Control A, keep pressing Control and A. So it's gonna select the whole thing, and right click and copy. And where to paste? If I go back to this PC and then go to E drive, then go to software, we've created that new folder called MS Office. So let's just dump it all here. So right click, paste. It's gonna copy from the MS Office DVD here, and it is done. So files have been added here for the MS Office. Now the customization files have to be put here as well, but we have to be a little careful about that, or there's a way to do that, right? So I'm just going to go back to the software folder. I know that all the files in the MS Office related files are there in this folder. So I'll go inside now the customization tool and double click that. There's only one file, right? Let's put this file also inside that MS Office folder which we created. So this way we can mix up the files of customization with the MS Office files. The whole purpose is that when we try to customize, it's going to grab all the files locally because it's going to be in the same folder as the MS Office is. So we're going to go after that to command prompt and run a command, and through that we can customize it, right? So this file is the Office 2013 customization tool file. So double click that, press yes. Well, just click here to accept Microsoft license terms, continue. Now it is asking, hey, where to extract all the customization Office 2013 customization tool files. So we know where to extract that. So this PC, go to E drive, which we just added, go to the software folder, and then MS Office is the folder that we created ourselves and dumped all the MS Office files inside. So I'm just going to select that MS Office folder which we created ourselves and press OK, right? So, and there is, okay, files extracted successfully. Okay, so press OK here. So what happens now is that, let's just go and check what happens now. If you go to software, if you go to MS Office, you must see an admin folder created there. If who's following me, you could just can you confirm that you see that admin folder, and you will only see that admin folder if you have extracted the Office customization files to this MS Office folder, right? So anyone saw them? Anyone see the admin files? And this will tell me. So Shahab and Shashan, I think you guys are following me, right? And ADMX folder as well. Okay, cool. Almost there. Yay. So you know what? One more thing. Excuse me, guys. Oh, it's because there are some WhatsApp messages coming as well. Okay. Anyway. Now this is here. Let's get to the command prompt and do our job, and let's get this Office up in SCCM and deploy that. So for that I have my gazillions of screenshots and from where I'm deploying that, so I can just show as well. Well, this is the end result that I was successfully able to deploy in Windows 8. And there are those millions of screenshots. I'm just going to drag it to my right side. Of course I have to check everything before coming here. So those screenshots are a bit pain, but I get to know that yes, this is the procedure, this is how it's gonna work. So let's go ahead and try to deploy this MS Office now. Do we need internet for the duration of this? No, but for the software updates, of course we would need that. So later we're gonna enable that. In my case it's not enabled, but if it is enabled with you, it's okay. So the step, I'm just gonna go to that screenshot. So what we need to do is we know the location of this folder MS Office. It is in E, and then in software, and then in MS Office, right? So from the command prompt we have to reach this place, right? So I'm just going to open my command prompt from here, right clicking here, and then go to command prompt admin with admin privileges. Once this is there, click admin, press yes. The path is up there, we can easily see that, right? Let me just put that there. Oh, okay, so 765 MB download. Oh, that's the total MS Office size. So I was just reading the chat comment, the MS Office size. Okay, so um, let's just go ahead and type those commands. So I just want to go back from here, cd backslash, and then dir. So what the command we need to give is actually first we need to reach here software, the E drive, the software, and the MS Office. So let's just go for E colon enter. We are inside the E drive, dir. Uh, Second thing is inside the E drive we have just one folder called software. So cd and SOF and press tab to autocomplete that. So software and press enter. Now dir again. Now we have three folders here, or two files in one folder, or two folders in one file. Okay. Anyway, let's just go inside the MS Office. Okay, cd ms office, enter, dir, and there's our MS Office file that we need to reach, and we need to actually, deploy or start the customization of MS Office, right? So what we need to type is setup.exe. Well, if it's not exe also it's okay. Slash, so setup.exe slash admin, right? Setup.exe slash admin, that's admin switch here, and press enter. Does it start the Office customization tool? Either it's not, and there you go. So I was gonna say either it doesn't start or it starts, but anyway, uh, any slight weight really starts pounding our heart, like, oh, please work. Anyway, so I hope it is started for everyone, those who are following. So the command is setup.exe slash a space forward slash admin, and minimize this command prompt. So Office customization tool start. Now Microsoft Office Professional Plus 2013, yes, press OK. So create a new setup customization file. So there will be lots of configurations that's going to be shown here, and we can customize each and every one of them, but we're going to actually touch some of those, not all. And then it's going to finally create a .xml file for whatever changes we make. We can just save by going to file and save as, and those settings will be saved in a specific folder, right? So then MS Office would know, oh, that's what I want MS Office to do. So press OK. Loading selected product data. So there are all these configurations here. Now we're not gonna touch all of them, but you could just know that there's that we can customize the deployment. We can add something, remove something. That's a lot of. So there's a question: which exe file do we launch? There is that setup.exe slash admin. So, and mark, and so I'm just gonna put it in the chat as well. Now it's in the chat. So okay, this tool starts the launch. And what was the memory for my CCM? Just quickly checking that. It's 2 gigs. Okay, not good. Well, I'll just make it 4 gigs. 409. It says that when you have to reduce the memory, then it has to restart. When you increase the memory, then we don't need to restart the machine, right? So I'm just putting it to 4 gigs right now for my SCCM, just the SCCM server, member server, because it's slow. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna select this install location and organization name here. So click this, and well, it's going to install in programs and folders, program files folder. Let me just make the screen bigger. Okay, so program files, and that's the path that's gonna by default take. We're okay with that, but we can just put the organization name as well. Here in my case it is Audio Prof courses, so that's the website and the online academy and everything, idprofcourses.com. So ID Prof, I'm just putting here the organization name. Other than that, no technical changes here. But if we go drop down, then nothing extra is also being offered here. So no change here other than the organization name, which you can put any of your choice. So second thing, I'm just gonna refer to my screenshots here. Where okay, now is the interesting area, which is the licensing. Licensing. So it's gonna definitely stop here, if it's in front of the user, and there's that. Enter another product key. You know what? Let me just. So yeah, this is something that I need to not record. One. Okay, so there's that forum from some very cool guy, and there's that solutions to errors that I'm promoting again. Please put your, solutions and errors there. Okay, anyway, this is the license and user interface. I've put the key there already, for which is, I'm not supposed to show anyone. And these are the rest of the options that I selected here. So if you have gone through this option, so let's just go ahead. I need to just get access. So I'm just gonna refer to my screenshots again, just for making sure I'm doing the right steps. Now the next option would be modify setup properties. So I'm just gonna go there, down to features. There is above the feature there is modify setup properties. So now I'm on the other one, so I can just get rid of this, and I don't have to hide the licensing anymore. Modify setup properties here, and for this we need to add and put a line there, and that line, so we're just gonna go to modify setup properties, click add, and then put a line here, set up dash underscore reboot. Somehow it's a caps letter, and it's reboot, it's not reboot. So I guess that's the name for that. So value is never, but still it just takes that, and the value is like, I'm not sure it's case sensitive, but this is how TechNet has done that. So some digging into TechNet, huge repository, some of the labs they have done, if you go through some of the labs they have used this. I didn't find it small case, so anyway, if it works for them, and I tested that already, so it works. Anyway, so let's just make sure that modify setup properties, reboot, don't reboot. So we're just putting this value as never, never reboot, and just install the Msoffice. So press OK here. So if it is done, setup underscore reboot never, right? Press OK, and it is right above the features here, modify setup properties, right? So press OK, and then the rest of the features I'll just go ahead and try to. So then there are modify user settings, and here it's going to be a little messy. Okay, let's just go for the modify user settings here. Modify user settings. Here we need to search for MS Office 2013, not the machine, but under the MS Office 2013 machine, under that the MS Office 2013 only. And then we're gonna expand that, MS Office 2013 only, not the MS Office 2013 machine. So, and then we can go for privacy. So MS Office 2013 inside the under the features now, modify user settings, then MS Office 2013, expand that, and then go for privacy. So here's the privacy, and then we can go for trust center here. We can go to trust center here, 2013 privacy trust center, and then we go for disable option, opt-in wizard, not option. So disable opt-in wizard on first run. So obviously what it's saying is, when you're starting to install MS Office, you do not want to see that, hey, I'm about to install MS Office, or that window should not come, that which asks for just click install. So by default it says yes, disable it, or if we configure, it's not configured, actually it's not doing anything, right? So double click that and disable opt-in wizard on first run. We want to see it, we don't want to disable it, right? So we want to disable the disable opt-in wizard. What do? We click disable here, right? So actually we're telling it, hey, do not disable opt-in wizard on first run. That's why we are disabling the disable option. If we enable the disable option, this means yes, disable opt-in. So we're saying no, don't disable opt-in, right? So we have to actually enable that, then it's going to disable that. Otherwise all the options will just pop up. So press OK. So we have to specifically mention that disable the disable option, right? Then we have so I'm just referring to my screenshots here, and as per my lab, which I remember, yes, that's the only thing we needed to do. And if we go ahead, that's it. So what we made changes are the 4 changes: install location, where we did not make any changes other than mentioning the company name. Then we went for licensing and user interface, where we enabled some options and put the key, and modify setup properties. Here we added a value never reboot, and then modify user settings, where in it we just told it that the first screen that pops up to say, hey, I want to should be installed, so don't disable that option, yes, let it come and pop up and show us that it's about to install that MS Office. We can make any of those changes. We can go deep down for Excel, for Infopath, for MS Word. So its customization tool is really cool tool. Okay, so we need to save whatever we set up in an XML file, right? So we just go up to the top left, file, and save as. But we have to save it inside that MS Office folder, inside the updates folder, which is located inside that MS Office folder, right? So whatever changes we made, let's just go ahead and save as. Once we're in save as, it's going to just save it as an MSP file, .msp, which ultimately is creating an XML. So documents, no. So we go to E drive, where the MS Office folder was located. We go to software, we go to MS Office. Now inside the folder we created for MS Office, and we dumped all the files here, so there's that updates folder. So this is the folder from where the MS Office installation will get its instructions or customizations, or what we told it to do. So updates, and double click that, and just we need to mention the name actually, so wait up. We can just put it customized settings, and then it's going to be a customized setting. So we can just put any name here right now. So I'm just putting customize underscore settings, but you can just put any name here, file, customized file, or whatever. Okay, so just confirming my screenshots or the lab which I did in the test lab. Okay, so just save it here, make sure it is here inside MS Office, and the updates folder inside the MS Office folder, right? So updates and save. Saying it's writing .msp, and it has saved it there. Let's just go and confirm that. So I'll just minimize this customize tool, I'm just gonna go to Windows Explorer, and it's already open inside the MS Office. I'm just gonna go to Updates folder here, and there's our customized settings file, just 1 MB or 2 MB, right? So let's go ahead and deploy that inside our SCCM folder. So this is our MS Office folder right now. So minimize this as well and go ahead. So I will definitely want to double check if firewall is not open, and the net and the NIC, the internet cards are not also open. So I'll just check first my, actually the main controller is okay. I mean, like, even if I just don't want any surprises. You can see that there are many errors that came. So before, and I had to just redo my whole the environment. Now I have two environments, simultaneous ones. I have one for test and one for that, and I just built both of them from scratch. So it was not fun installing the whole thing again. Anyway, so SCCM server, I'm just gonna go and double check my firewall settings, because at any given time, I mean, whenever we restart or just start, they just think that, oh, why don't I open today? And for no reason they just start, or one of them starts. Strange. So I'm just going for Windows 7 now, because I need to deploy it on both of them. In fact, I'm gonna make a collection where I'm just gonna put the clients separately, because I don't want to install it on my domain controller or a member server. So let me just log into domain name, logging into Windows 7, and also logging into Windows 8. Okay. So Windows 7 is up, and the network setting here is still showing. It's loading. Okay, it's loaded, and it also has that internet card open, which actually I don't need for now, just to make sure it's not, you know, getting in the way of deployment of any software. So I'm just clicking the Windows firewall here for Windows 7. While it opens, or try to open today, I'm just gonna go for Windows 8 as well. It has loaded as well. Let's just get that control panel in Windows 8. And okay, I hear that error there. Okay, system and security, firewall, and the configuration manager. Click that on Windows 8. Just go to the actions, because we're gonna later make this installation forceful. Or so I'm just gonna open configuration manager on both of them after confirming the firewall is off. So it should open now the configuration manager. Everything is slow here in Windows 7. Okay, so going back to my SCCM, in both these windows, one thing I forgot to do was that go to the network options here. Oh man, everything is. I think we gave the minimum RAM to this. I guess that's why. So both of these clients, I'm just making sure that the internet card is off. So click that Ethernet 1, disable. So should not mess. Although we can just change the binding order, and then it normally doesn't mess, but let's not just take any chances here. So first the configuration manager opened, and now the internet. So the local area connection, I'm just making sure, yes, this is right click, disable. Okay, so configuration manager is there. Actions, let's just keep it there. So this means the client is there, and let's now start deploying the MS Office. We made our customizations already, so let's just go and create that package, right? So I'm inside. Let's just go to this SCCM. The clients are showing yes, which is good in the assets and compliance and the devices. So I'm just gonna go now to the software library inside the SCCM console. and to application management, because we deployed applications from there, but since I just recreated the whole environment, so I have nothing for now. But that's why we're starting with MS Office. So software library, application management, expand, and then applications, and right click the applications and create. So right click the application and create application, right? So the create application sometimes just pops up soon, and sometimes we have no idea why it's taking so much time. The summer has arrived. Okay, finally, it decided to show up. But do you see here one thing? It's asking for shared folder where the MS Office is, right? Also, there is some more information that we have to be very careful about. So I'm just going through my screenshots here. Now, here, first of all, of course, we have a shared folder. So I'm just gonna open the shared folders of this SCCM server. So I'll just go to right click here, go to run, and go to backslash. My SCCM server name is, okay, what was the new name? SCCM server 2, not 02. So SCCM server 2. So I'm just gonna check my shared folders if it is there even. So SCCM server 2, enter. There's a software folder. If I double click inside the software folder, there's the MS Office, and I'll just go inside MS Office. The path that we are giving is for P with PRO PL USR dot double W. So two W's are there, right? So this is Pro plus R. So double click this, and inside there's a file which is also without mentioning to the Pro plus R, this one. So Pro plus R WW. This is the MSI file actually, right? So this is the MSI file that we're going to. So the path is over the shared network. The path would be SCCM server 2 software MS Office Pro plus R dot ww is the folder name, and then the file called Pro plus R ww, which is an MSI file. So this is the path we need to give here, right? So already that shared folder is there. So I'm just gonna browse and locate that backslash SCCM server 2, enter, and now there's the software folder, there is the MS Office folder. If I go way down, there is the Pro plus R dot WW. So I'm just gonna double click that and Pro plus R WW again, and it's going to get this whole path. So it's not easy to, it's not like a straightforward installation of or deployment of MS Office. It's a big software, so there are certain portions just to make it perfecto installation. We have to go through all these steps and modifications, because once you're given that, hey, deploy it on through 200, 400, 500, 1000 machines, you have to really do some very good testing, right? Very in-depth testing. This is not in-depth at all, and we're not planning for 200 machines, because we want to see some of the options pop up, and we need the user to click OK to that. Even if we put it to 200 machines, the options we're showing, I mean, they are okay. The key will not pop up, should not pop up, and whatever it's showing is, shall I go ahead and install or not? So we can even tell the user, hey, just click on that install, and then at the end it's gonna say it's installed, right? Even this installation which we're playing now, If we go carefully and configure all the options, we can still deploy this one to 200 machines. If the boss says it's okay to at least show the first screen and last screen, right? And the whole progress as well. Okay, so this is the path here. Pro plus rww.msi. Let's just go ahead next. So from this, it gathered all the information SCCM, because it goes inside the MSI and then checks all the information about MS Office or whatever software is. So we're okay with that. Let's just go next. So here we can just give all the related information any company. So we can just give administrative comment this for the Toronto branch, you know, uh, by administrator or by IT department actually. So we can just go a little professional, IT department. And then publisher of course is VMware. No, it's Microsoft. And software version, it's not 32-bit, it's x64. And we could put the categories ourselves. I could just go for administrative categories here and select and create just my own category. And this is um, office software. Maybe whatever software I deploy, I just put that office software category. Press OK. We still need to work on that software center where the categories are supposed to show. Okay, so press OK here. Even if you don't put category, it's not compulsory to put there for the deployment. Okay, as we always see for any other application still now, MSI exec / I. So it within the MSI file, SCCM detects which one is the /q or the quiet installation, /q switch, right? So this is the /q switch that is mentioned there. This means that it would still be a quiet installation, and it's going to not offer any extra options. But we don't want it to be totally quiet, right? So that's why we did run the customization tool. Okay, so install for system, yes, we're okay with that. And I'm just going through my screenshots as well. So okay, install for system, and this is all what we need to do. We even if we don't put anything here, we could just go ahead, right? But just to make it look better. Next. Okay, confirm the settings for the application, and next. So now SCCM knows that it has an application called MS Office that we need to deploy. Although we need to do some further tune up, so it could deploy without any error, hopefully. So in my test environment, it just went smooth. All I had to do is to initiate the installation as an end user. If we connect, just initiate the installation. The best test would be if we could log in from a normal user who's just part of the domain users group, has no privileges, and then that from that user, if we deploy that, that would be the better test. But first we need so this is, we can take it as we're doing a test run in our test environment, and later we're gonna introduce into production environment. Even in test environment, yes, we should be using the domain users, because all the users that you're gonna deploy this will be domain users. There are many other ways that the MS Office, when you deploy, or any software you deploy, you could just give it the privileges, higher privileges as well, and do the silent installation, the whole thing in the background. So in that installation, it doesn't use the domain user or non-privileged user account. It uses the privileged user account in the background, and the user doesn't even know what happened, and that's it. His Office just pops up, hey, I'm installed. Anyway, till now, what we did, we just introduced the MS Office there, so click close. Alright, so what we did there is, okay, so wrong Spanish, or the Spanish accent actually. So MS Office, minimize this. Now, let's go ahead and tune up some more within the SCCM itself, MS Office, right? How do we do that? This package is, this application is created, and we need to right click this application, which has been, it was available for within SCCM, and go to the properties, right? So right click this MS Office application which we just added to SCCM and go to properties. Once we go to properties, there are some options. We're just going to tune up 2 or 3 options here. So we're gonna go for deployment types, deployment types, and we're gonna select this deployment. This is the deployment type that we're about to install, and we're going to edit some of the options for this deployment type, MS Office 2013. So we select this and then we click edit here, right? So deployment types, and click this and then click edit. So when we click edit, now we have options specific to this deployment, and we need to be careful here, and for the smooth installation in the end we need to be careful. So first is, yep.
Sorry. What
Yep.
did you do in deployment type?
Oh, okay, it's cancel deployment type. Just click it
Okay.
and click edit, right?
Edit. Okay.
And now I'm just going ahead now, so I haven't done anything else other than this. So we go to content, right?
Okay.
And in the content, now we have to be a bit careful here. This pro plus r dot ww, we're
Yes.
just going to select here and remove only this pro plus r, and we're gonna give this path now.
Oh, okay.
So here, what does that mean? It means that MS Office should be deployed, or the files to deploy MS Office are in this root of MS Office folder. All the files, the setup file is also there, and not in the propulse. So just
Okay, got
this,
you. Okay,
one.
thanks.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, so this is one, and it says persist content in the client cache, or there's on the client side we did sign last classes that there's a cache folder there, and allow clients to share content with other clients on the same subnet. This we're gonna see the feature next time, but that when you deploy some software, so maybe there are other clients that may not be reaching at certain point at certain time. The SCCM, they don't reach the SCCM server, so you can actually make one of the clients deploy the software to other clients. That's a crazy concept, but this also works. There's that concept, right? But anyway, this is for later. Now I'm just going for MS Office, and now the second thing is programs here. So let me just check my oh, there's a uninstall file that we need to create in a notepad. So okay, let me just explain what we need to do now. So there's that programs folder here, okay, installation program is okay, but we need to give, or we need to tell MSOF, that SCCM, that there is a set of code that has been saved inside an XML file, which will help the SCCM to uninstall this MS Office. So the code has to be correct. So that code I'm just going to put in the notepad. I'm just gonna put it inside the chat, so you could just copy paste that in the notepad yourself, and save that notepad as XML file. So again, we're going to, so let me just show you that there is that notepad here, and I don't need this, an empty notepad. If you open that, and the code that I'm trying to grab and copy, I hope this code gets copied here or not. It's just remembering the last installation or last copying. So let me just put that on the cloud. uh, that's good that I did not um, delete that cloud page. So I'm gonna put that code here, and I'm gonna bring that cloud here now. Oh, okay, that page is actually not there, so I'm just gonna put notepad.pw slash sccm blah blah. Okay, that's funny, right? Okay, this is the code. All you need to do is put that code in a notepad file. So guys, you can actually go to this site now. You can all open it there. In fact, you don't have to open that if you're not going there. I'm just putting the whole code in the chat now. The code is all in the chat, right? So now you can just copy from there, or if you're already there, you can just go to exactly this link, and this exact page will open there, and you can just copy from there. It's the live sharing thingy, right? That we do. So I'm just gonna right click the code from here because can oh yeah. So I'm just gonna put the URL here as well in the chat. There was a nice suggestion in the chat that, hey, you copy the whole code, why don't you just copy the that website where I'm putting the whole code as well, right? So that's a good suggestion, and there it is in the chat. Notepad.pw slash sccm blah blah. This is the page temporarily up there available, so that page is also in the chat. So just open that page and then grab this code, and or if you haven't grabbed from the chat, you can just grab it from that page, which is also there. Okay, so in my case, I'm just going to copy the whole code and minimize and put it in the notepad. For the purpose of this is to create a notepad, we're going to tell SCCM server this is the code through which, if you ever want to uninstall MS Office, this is the code that will be we will be using to silently uninstall MS Office as well, right? And during uninstallation, it should not ask questions as well. Okay, so once you put that code in the notepad, and notepad should be inside, of course, that SCCM server, because we need to give it to the SCCM. We need to give the path for that. So, and that path has to be also this notepad that we're gonna save with this code has to be in a specific folder. I'm just accessing my notes here. Okay, so we're going to save this notepad file not as a .txt. We're gonna save it as .xml, right? That's what so the SCCM could just read all the data from there in XML format. So I'm just gonna save it now because I copied the code in that empty notepad file. Save as and in order to change the extension from .txt to .xml, first we have to change the save as type here, right? If you ever want to put PowerShell script in Notepad, but then you want to change it to .ps1 instead of txt, the same way, you just have to change save as type as all files, and then whatever new extension you put, it just takes that, right? So it converts itself from .txt to that extent .ps1 for PowerShell, .xml in our case for now. It's gonna convert to XML file format. So it's what, uninstall. It could be any name, but .xml, right? So save as type, when you change to all files, it's just going to detect that, oh, it's, I'm no longer to txt, so I'm, oh, whatever, I am whatever is written here, .xml or .ps1 or whichever else. Okay, so but we need to save it somewhere else in the specific folder as well. So this is uninstall information in an XML file, and let's go to that folder again, this PC, E drive, where the MS Office folder is, then software, then MS Office. Now again, inside MS Office, we have to put that inside the pro, that pro plus r ww folder. This is the folder, pro plus r ww, right? This is the folder where you need to put that inside. So select this folder, pro plus r ww, open, and this uninstall.xml will be saved inside this area. MS Office pro plus r ww, save. Okay, that's done. We can just close this now, right? Close. Well, that's what we created. We got the code, put it in Notepad, save it as an XML.
Sorry, sorry.
Yep. Problem.
Oh, sorry. Where did you put the file again? I missed it.
Where did I put the file? Okay.
The uninstalled one.
Yeah, so it's inside this path. You created the file and .xml?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I did it. Yeah.
So software, MS Office. So in the E drive,
Yeah.
when you create a software folder, and inside the MS Office, there is that folder called pro plus r dot ww.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Just
Paste it in there.
yeah, just paste it in there.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so now uninstall the program. Whatever it got from here, we don't need that. Instead, we just need to tell SCCM that let's just delete that whole thing, whatever was code was here. We can just go to browse and go to that exact folder again, and just mention that uninstall.xml file again, right? So it's going to be actually, guys, I'm just accessing my folder, and yeah, so change of plan. Change of plan. What we need to do here is, I'm just going to actually give you another code that you need to put, but that's going to, SCCM will itself understand what to do. So we still delete what was already written there, but there's another code that I need to give, which I will put in the chat as well, and let me just grab that as well. If you can see in the chat now, this is what you need to paste in the uninstall program, right? This is what you need to paste inside so now I'm gonna put it in my notepad.pw/sccm blah blah. So I'm just gonna put that in the, which I just put in the chat. I'm just gonna put that there as well, and I just put now, and I'm just gonna try to grab it from that notepad now. So there it is. This one line, we're not gonna go to that folder because that path already SCCM knows. We just need to tell SCCM what to do once it grabs that XML file, right? So that's the uninstall.xml file it's gonna grab. So this file is already in the chat. Minimize. I'm just gonna put it inside the uninstall program here. So one thing is this, that installation or deployment should be perfect. Second thing is, you need to prepare now, or we need to prepare now, the SCCM if we had to uninstall, and the uninstall has to be also silent. So that's why we had to go through this length to actually copy and paste everything and tune up. But this is not all on this page. There on the top we see that there's a slash q line. We don't need that as well, right? So we're going to remove this line as well. And what are we going to replace it with? So let's delete this line as well. First we needed to do was the code, and now I created those notes this way. Otherwise I would have just put that file first. So above is only what we need to put here is setup.exe. So programs, there are two changes on the programs page. One is installation program setup.exe, and how it's going to know where it is, because back there in this tab content we already told SCCM that hey, all the files are in the root and in the subfolders in the root, and this is the path you're gonna go there. If you want to uninstall, go to this path first on the shared folder, then just run this on that path, and it's going to start an uninstallation if it wanted to uninstall, or if we told it to uninstall. And go to the same path again if you want to actually deploy it the first time, right? So we already told the folder path there above. So this is what it can do in order to deploy. This is what it will do in order to uninstall, right? So yes, it's big software always take a little time, but it always is worth it if you see that there are no errors. Hopefully there are no errors. So that's why I'm just going slow as well, taking my time, taking our time. But this is it. So the only changes we made, or further changes after introducing it to SCCM, was to tell SCCM where's the shared folder and the root of the shared folder for MS Office, and how to install and how to uninstall silently. So these two areas we changed, and then we can just press OK, press apply, and press OK, and apply and OK again. Apply and OK. Okay, so it seems like we're ready. So now right click the MS Office again, but this time we're telling our distribution point, or DP, that we have here an application that you, Mr. DP, have to deploy, right? So for that we need to right click and click distribute content. Distribute content tells distribution point that whatever we want to distribute through that distribution point. Okay, so I'm just gonna click distribute content after right clicking that, and there you go. Now it's going to ask that DP wizard. We're gonna go through that. So distribute content. Next. So it's scanning first. What is it? Okay. Okay, it detects that it's an Microsoft Office Professional. So we go next. And click add. Now we're going to tell which server hosts the distribution point from where we're going to deploy it across the environment. So we click distribution point here, and it pops up with, of course, our current server, SCCM server 2. Press OK. So next. Now, and there you go. So its wizard is completed. So the distribution point also knows now that MS Office is there, but we need to make sure that distribution point actually knows, right? So how do we do that? We go down to the bottom right side, and there's that content status. So if you click that, there are all those packages and applications that are there, which distribution point knows that need to be deployed or not. So there's that Microsoft Office Professional Plus. If I click that, you can see that if it is circle is green, this means DP knows that, and for any other, if it is not green, DP doesn't know that it needs to deploy that or not, right? So MS Office Professional is ready to be deployed, right? So we can just go back, but this is the path for monitoring, overview, distribution status, content status. So still inside the distribution status. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna go back here, back to applications, click, and we're in that window, and now we need to deploy it to our collection. But we do not need to deploy it to all computers, right? So I have SCCM Win 7 and Win 8. Let's just create a collection. I hope my environment is totally new, so I guess you in our previous labs we might have created a collection with just two clients or just one client, right? If that's the case, then you don't have to repeat my steps here. But in my case now, I have to make sure that I have a new collection which has these two clients, SCCM Win 7 and Win 8. And then I'm going to deploy on this collection, which will in turn deploy to all these two machines, right? So I'm just going to go to my device collection here. And I just need to add only these two because I don't want MS Office to be deployed on the servers. So right click the device collection inside the assets and compliance, right click the device collection, create device collection. Okay, so I'm just gonna name it client machines, and inside the description or comment, Win 7 and Win 8. Okay, and then I'm gonna tell where is this available, where these machines available. So browse, it's in all systems. All systems just has information of all the machines we have, right? So press OK. So Win 7 and Win 8 are there, client machines, all systems. And now we can go ahead and click next, right? We need to discover those as well. So there's a add rule option here, and we can go to direct rule, the easiest one. You still need to work on that, or need to know that. So in direct rule, so I add rule, I selected direct rule. I'll click next now. Yes, it's a computer, so system resources okay. Yes, I need to select those computers by name and add to this collection, so name is okay as well. And yes, whatever you grab by the name of whatever is machines you grab, whatever machines you discover in the environment. So for this, I'm just gonna put %sign here, so it's gonna grab anything that is a device or a machine, and it can reach it or discover it. Excuse me. Excuse me. So next, now it just discovered all the servers I have in the DNS, actually, in Active Directory. So I'm just gonna connect with SCCM Win 7 and SCCM Win 8. So these are my client machines. You can just go for your client machines, whatever the names you have there. So click next, just selecting the two, and click next, and close. So these two machines have been discovered and added. Okay, using incremental updates for this collection. No, we don't need that. Schedule a full update. It's also every 7 days it's gonna discover if those machines are there or not. Anyway, we're not concerned about that. So next, and next. Excuse me. So close. All right. So now we have client machines here, but the membership is still 0. We need to see 2 here, and you can see the small clock here. That means it's still working on it. But we could just push it. Hey, just do it. So right click and update membership. So click yes, and there you go, it updated the membership and 2 machines, or the number 2 is showing here. Now I'm ready. Now we're ready to deploy MS Office to 2 of the client machines. So let's just get back to software library here, and we can just get back to Microsoft Office Professional Plus, and right click and deploy. So here goes something. Deploy. Now it's gonna ask where to deploy that, what to deploy. It's already selected. Where to deploy, let's just select that. Browse, and it's not user collection, it's device collection. So, and we created that new collection called client machines. That's showing here. Press OK with the number count. Make sure it's showing the number 2, the 2 machines, right? So press OK. Automatically distribute content for dependencies. Yeah, if there are any dependencies, it's gonna just figure that out itself. Next, and already this is showing here SCCM server 2, so we're okay with that. We don't need to add it again, it's already showing. Excuse me. So install and make it available, which is okay. We're not going for required, we're just making it available, right? And next, if we don't select any schedule here, it already says that this application will be available as soon as possible by default, which is good for us, right? So not changing anything here. Next, here notifications, how much you want to be notified. So display in Software Center and show all notifications, or display in Software Center and only show notifications for computer restarts. Well, we can just stick to the defaults here, and we don't want to see all, but it's still going to show the progress, right? And commit change the deadline or during the maintenance window. We don't want it to be committed later. We want it to be deployed as soon as possible. So next. Okay, specify configuration manager and operations manager alert options. So no, we don't want to be alerted. Well, it's a good idea to be alerted. Create a deployment alert when the threshold is higher than the following. No, it's okay. Let's not disturb anything else for now. Seen too many errors actually. So okay, there you go. So next. Next. Okay, the deploy software wizard completed successfully, not the deployment. So wizard is successful. Okay, there you go. Now the test time. It is doing its thing. Let's try to go to our Windows 8 machine, which is one of the most cooperative ones. Windows 7 may not be, but let's just trigger that communication, right? So I'm just gonna go. I already have that configuration manager open from the control panel, and I'm already there in the actions tab. So I'm just gonna push that server, or make a trigger by clicking this user policy retrieval and run now. Press OK. Also, software inventory cycle and run.
Site, how do you get there again?
Oh yeah, so
Site, how do you get that property window again?
Yeah, so it's let me just show you in Windows 7. So it's control
It's
panel.
Windows 8, sorry.
Oh, Windows 8.
Windows 8.
Let me just show you.
Yeah.
So it's here, and then go for control panel, and then this is a control panel here. Oh, and the arrow we always love, and control panel. Now the control panel is there, system and security.
Yep.
And then we keep going down until we see the configuration manager.
Yeah.
Click that, and there we go. So when you have see this, go for the actions tab.
Okay, I got it.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I'm good.
Thank you. So software inventory
And
cycle.
what are
Yep.
the other option you did again? Sorry.
Uh,
What did you enable again? Windows.
Enable
I
it.
saw you did something, but
Oh,
it
so
came in
yeah,
action. What are the
exactly.
tasks?
So this was one user policy, and click run now.
Yeah,
That's
what did
it.
you do?
It just triggers the communication from this. Uh, so this is one run now. Click that, and it should
Okay,
give this.
okay,
And
right.
then again, software inventory cycle. This also triggers, hey, whichever software is ready, just give me. It just says that run now. And well, we can just go for machine and software updates as well. So machine policy run now and software updates deployment evaluation. So these are some of the triggers that would pinpoint that there's a software that's about to be installed. Okay, once this is done, and Windows 8 actually,
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay. So I'm just gonna go for the software center where the MS Office is supposed to be appearing. So for that, I need to search that software center, and then I'm gonna pin it there. So I'll just go to the search here. Okay, and it's soft. Yeah, this is a software center here, and okay, there you go. MS Office is available. Good. Um, so there's a comment there. If we need install for 200 PC for each one, we need for torg and run policy action. No, 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 no. So yes, what we did here in actions pane is we need to see the results right now. Otherwise, when we deploy software for 200 machines, this is a question in the chat. So if we want to deploy this on the 200 machines, obviously we don't need to do that. There's a PowerShell command that remotely connects and just triggers those if we want in 200 machines. Normally, if that many machines we are deploying, so we don't even do that. We just put that and configure the schedule for as soon as possible. If otherwise, if we are configuring it during the office time, we can schedule it at night, after 10, on the weekend, on Friday night, and then we just leave it. And this I made available. If I had made it required, then it would have just started the deployment as well. But no, we don't do this. We take our time there in the office, and so it just we just send an email 1 week earlier that please do not shut down your machines, do not lock your machines, just log off your machines. And if the machines are logged off, they're still connected to the network, so we can easily deploy 200 machines this. And the way we configured here, we want the clients to do some of the, so this is an option. This is an optional installation we just configured just now. Just like in group policy, you have assign and publish, two types of policies. Assign is forceful deployment, and publish is optional deployment. So this is just an optional deployment. If I just don't go here, software center, or when we deploy, we always email the users with the screenshots that, hey, if you want MS Office, it is available now. Whoever wants to install, so go to software center. So if I'm an end user, I will see, oh, okay, MS Office is here. Yes, I needed that. So all that end user need to do is click the install button here. So Microsoft is promoting that users should have some optional software available, whichever they want. We don't need to deploy everything if the user never uses that in the company. Just like in those iPhones and other Androids, you just click and the application gets installed. So here, this is one option. If I click install, then there will be a pop-up screen that will say install or not. So the user again understands that you don't have to be technical to understand that. So the user is supposed to click install, and then that's it till the end. No other option should pop up asking anything to the user. So yeah, for your question, 200 PC, yes, um, we don't do that action thing, and we just give it time at the weekend. It could start at 7 or it could start at 7:30. It doesn't matter. Okay, so here the Office Professional is available, and this is the type of installation where we let the user decide whenever they want to install, but still all the other options other than the clicking install and starting the install again in the pop-up screen, other than that there shouldn't be any other extra option. It should just go ahead till the end of the installation, right? So let's just do that. So it's available here, but before that I just noticed that my Windows 8 time is not correct, so let me just quickly correct that. It's not Pacific, should be Eastern. Okay, okay. And Windows 7 as well. Yeah, the time is okay. So I'm going for Windows 8 and selecting this, and as soon as I selected that, the install options which I was, yeah, so no longer available, press F5 to refresh. Seriously, see, as soon as I change the time, it did not like that. So press F5. Okay. I hope it did not happen there in SCCM, because I think I need to deploy it again then, because it was supposed to be available again. So I'm just gonna check quickly on. So anyone else is seeing that I just changed time, so after that it's not available, or is it available
Yeah,
and
it's
not
not available mine too.
it just got removed?
Yeah,
Oops.
got remote as soon as I changed the time.
You also changed the time? Oops.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did change the time.
Anyone else is doing that and seeing the same thing? So I'm just gonna go into Software Center for Windows 7, where I didn't have to change the time. So the deployment is there or not? Okay, so Shaochan is saying in the chat it's gonna come back again. But on Windows 7 I did not trigger it, so maybe it's still not showing. So in Windows 7, let me just go to the same options, control panel. Shaochan says it's showing there. Mine is installing on both, easier than Foxit. Seriously, guys. So Shaochan and Michael, their machines are the luckiest one in SCCM course. So after the end of the course, you guys could just lend me those machines and just give me. That's it, right? Anyway, so I'm just gonna go to System and Security, Configuration Manager of Windows 7, and it looks like this course, my machine is the unluckiest one. Anyway, I'm just gonna click that, and yeah, so as you mentioned, press F5. That's what did I do? What did I do? Just tell me. Yeah. Yeah, Configuration Manager. You're right. Let's try to refresh that. Let's go somewhere else, or I'm just gonna quickly refresh that. Yeah, I might get down to restarts, right? But for now, why? So if I'm the Msoffice and I go to the deployment types, it should come up with dependencies no, superseded no, and then deployments. Then I go there, available install, and does it refresh? Yeah, let's just refresh that. And okay, Windows 7. First I visit Windows 7 and just tell it, yo, Windows 7 is waiting for you, dude. And all the others are successfully doing that, and again my machine is like working on its own. So I've triggered all the policies. I'm going back to this machine, refreshing. After refresh of CM, let me just okay, restart this. Not good, not good. So uh, Under deployments on a CCM server, last lap, even though I chose as soon as possible, I still have to go back and go to properties and change the time and date. Serious? So it's not. Let's just try that. Yeah, let's just try that. So, oh, there is some pop up
Yeah,
there.
I
Yeah.
mean, if you see
Yep.
deployment start time, it says March 30th, right? So you gotta just
Oh,
change that.
serious. You're right. March
Yeah.
30th, which is 29. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah, even
Um,
though you choose as soon as possible, it still picks
it's
like the time
selected.
that it has there. Yeah.
You're right. Thank you. So this is yeah. Last time also this was the problem. So 9:04. Let me just grab this to 9:06. Okay, just to be sure. Okay, and time based on universal client local time. This is first test it on this. Actually, client local time should be the next option. I'll check. So definite. Oh, refresh. My machine is type scheduling. Okay, it's gonna update. Hmm. As am serious. Really, when it's on the main screen, then it's all panic. All panic. Um. Still, whatever I changed should have changed, right? Well, I can just deploy it again, so that would be better then. Uh, 906, yeah, time is correct. Let me just deploy it again. So I'm just gonna just remove that, delete that deployment only, and right click and click deploy. And I'm gonna just choose that again. Device collections, client machines, press OK. Next, yes, and available is OK. Next, let's just give it because it's not changing there. So 39 and 9:07 just turned 6 p.m. So thank you, Kshan, for noting that. Next, next. Okay, go, 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 go. Work, 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 work. Close. Okay. Um. Okay, so the time seems correct. Refresh. Go back and trigger that as well. So on Windows 8, which normally um, cooperate, so I'm just gonna go for the control panel, go for system security, trigger that again, action, go for and 7:29:3. Okay, buffer inventory, machine policy. Seriously, okay, good, good. Hey, before it leaves, let me just install. Are you kidding me? I just clicked install. Okay, okay, listen. See, panic, panic, and this is the example. Never panic. So after panicking, where's my brother or that breather? Although, thank God I don't have the problem. So it's like panic. Okay, 17% and phew, thank God. But so yes, if this happens, okay, I should have taken. There was no error there, but yeah, I should have checked that time as well here. And if the time goes wrong, just delete the deployment and just deploy again. That would just push it again instead of yeah. So any changes or any editing is it didn't take that. Although that was wrong as well. We could clearly see that time there was also wrong. So okay, 87%, 94%. First, it's downloading. First, it's downloading, and then it's gonna deploy. It's gonna pop up with that screen. So if an end user is you've just given this or handed over to an end user, the next option should be just that first pop-up window. You could just remove that as well from the customization, but it's supposed to just pop up like this, and that's it. Hey, Mr. User, you want to customize? Or I don't think end users would care, and we should work on checking any of those million options in the customization tool to remove this as well, and just give the user this option installer, because it initiated the install by clicking the button in the software center, which the IT department showed how to do that on. So install now. Now anything else should not come here. Now it should just go straight to the end of the installation. So that's where uh, you know then it becomes it is acceptable to be deployed on 200 machines, even with this, that if you don't put customize. So we just need to still work a little more. Right now in our private environments, we just wanted to see the easiest options, but now we know where to go and what to play, how to play with that, and hit and trial and do those options again and again, right? Once it is deployed there, I could just go for my second machine. Where did this control panel item work correctly? Yeah. Okay, everything is terribly slow here, and time is okay here. Refresh. Oh, everything is like in slow motion actually. Okay, so well, yeah, maybe it's uh, oh, 86 is Michael. 86 is, oh, 32, and yeah, it's 32-bit actually, and yes, that's the question that I should have, because MS Office is 64-bit, which we are deploying, and this is 32-bit Windows 7, which we have, right? But it should pop up with some error or anything, something like that. So anyone saw that deployment in Windows 7 as well? Mine finished on both. Seriously? Hey, so how come you're asking that? So Michael, you have x64 Win 7? This means because it's okay. Run on legacy CPU elevated. Press yes. So yeah, Shawchan, I think yours also deployed on both, and Michael, yours also deployed on both. Okay. Oh yes, okay, that's a good one. Yeah, it might be my issue. What? Yeah, exactly. Maybe yeah, it is actually 32-bit. My PC freezes randomly if run 4 VMs. Oh, okay. 4 VMs? Yeah. Yikes. Win 7. So I'm just reading the chat now. Win 7 working away. Win 8 no luck. Oh, Shahab. Okay. So Win 7 working away. Nice. And Win 7 is, I think I gave that Win 7, I gave that ISO to everyone. And I'm using the same ISO here. So everyone has the same version. So Michael, I think you got it from me, or maybe it's yours, your own, 64-bit. Otherwise, we all have the same Win 7. So Shao Chan saying no idea why, no problem with old VMware. Oh, hey, you can just deploy. Oh, Michael, so you have your own. So it's 64-bit. Here it's just taking forever for my Windows 7. I think the memory is 512. I guess that's why, maybe. That's ridiculous. Oh, 1 GB. Okay. Oh, I don't want to disturb that. This, if I upgrade this memory, it's gonna take forever as well. But anyway, installation is nearly finishing here. So mine is okay, Shajan. So your both installations are done. Good. Congrats. Okay, guys, this means that we are ready for software updates. This is also mucho crucial, or very crucial Also, guys, I've sent that email to the group for Microsoft Private Cloud, which includes SCCM plus COM plus many other products. But it we create a cloud. We go then for Azure. We then go for AWS Web Services as well. So, and AWS offers its services free for 12 months for certain use limit. But in that, we can try to know the internal environment of AWS, right? So it's very crucial course. Let me know if you're interested. So just reply to that email. It's Saturday morning and Sunday morning, but we can just keep it to one Saturday morning, one uh, 3 hours in Saturday morning, and we can just take it easy and go easy. Just one day instead of 2 days. We can do that too. So let me know your opinion about that, right? So I'm just gonna send it to all of the groups, and there were so many others who asked when it is starting. So I'm gonna send it to all, and let's come down to one time. Mm. Okay, so wow, Roshan, you're done. Cool. Oh, Michael, you're done also. Okay, Kara, and Shab is done also. Okay, wow. But hey, the good thing is that nothing popped up, and this if you show it to the boss, hey boss, the user gets to see that user has some kind of option. It's the optional installation. I already sent email. I cannot. Okay, on weekend is that possible? Change the new class to weekdays. Okay, so I'm gonna vote that. I just need to popular or majority timing. There's a chat that week for one for early the weekend is not possible. So let me just see. We have to go for the majority. So let's just see what timing is perfect for the majority. But maybe it's right after this course. But I just don't want to rush into all of the topics for SCCM. We want to try lots of things, even if it takes more than 40 hours. Or we could just finish that and try start the next one in the same time. Or we can just go for the weekend. or there are many or-ors. That's why I'm just taking. Okay, there's the finalization of this installation. So let's just check it out now. It just should pop up and say it's complete, right? So that could be the perfect installation for the end user with the option. There you go. So thank you for installing blah blah blah, continue online. Yeah, that's just going to give some introduction. So the user closes it and the installation is done. Guys, so okay, so you're saying in the chat that this Tuesday Thursday is a perfect time. Ali, can you just mention that in the email as well? So I'll gather all the data and put that data to all the interested students. We're gonna create a new group, and we're gonna just communicate in that group for right, because the virtual machine requirement will be different as well. Guys, one more thing. Can we uninstall now? Can the user? Sometimes the company says the user should not be given the that option of uninstall. We put that option there. We can remove it in next other installations. We can just set that up to deploy a totally quiet silent installation in the background. The user never knows until the application is just usable for the user. But we did put a code there to uninstall, right? If the user and the company suppose says that just like as Microsoft is pushing now that give user the ability to install and uninstall whenever they want and don't want an application, right? So if we just click this uninstall button, does it really uninstall quietly as well? We didn't check that till now, right? Because the user has the option now. We can uninstall and send the command for uninstall from the SCCM for 200 machines. Now if we give this option to the user, if I click uninstall here now, does any error pops up? Does it really? Oh, I didn't even get to check if it works or not. While it is uninstalling, I'll just go to that. Hey, there you go. There's an Msoffice here. Good. So while uninstall is in progress now, it's successfully removing. I just wanted to check that, double check that code we put there in the uninstall.xml. Does it break? Is it broken? Is it perfect? And if it's perfect, it's gonna peacefully remove in the background everything without popping up for any questions, right? Then we could say this is the perfect installation for even, it could pass for a production environment with a few more tweaks, right? So we deploy it, then we remove it, or we let the user just have this option of, hey, whenever you want you can remove it as well. It's up to you, but you're going to be responsible for that. And after, when we remove that, if it is removed, when we remove that, does it, and when we restart the machine after removal, does it appear again? Because it's still there in the deployment area, right? We did not stop it. We did not stop it to say, hey, if the machine doesn't have it, don't deploy, right? We can actually just remove that deployment option there, or the collection from there, and it's never going to try again. But now when the user removes it and restarts and comes back, the option of deployment will be still available here now, right? Because it's not a required one, it's not a forced installation, so the user has an option to install still. So what I'm saying is the deployment, the advertisement should be there, right? Again, when after successful removal of this Msoffice, and this should be there, right? Because we never removed it from the SCCM side, so it will at least put the advertisement there. And we double checked, it's working fine, it's perfect, right? So removal is good, and deployment is good. Is it good for Windows 7? Well, it's somehow seriously slow. So actions, wow, it didn't even load the action. So yeah, it's not a good candidate for anything right now. I could just restart that, I guess, or just shut down. Okay, anyway, let's use us to try with this. It's removing perfectly, and it's going to just offer that perfectly well. Right now, so before on Thursday we're going to be doing the software updates. So, but let's just start talking about that. Let's just try to basically configure the software updates now, and we can complete that lab on Thursday. Even we can give it time to download all the updates, or if there's any troubleshooting, we can just go for. Oh, so you get an error. So there's a chat. Michael got an error for on Windows 7 for the uninstall script. So Windows 8 you also tried, and it is working fine. Hey, error, please take a screenshot. Because I'm collecting all the errors and putting in the board now in the forum. And you can tell what were you doing when the error came. So so Windows 7, this uninstall code in the XML is not good, right? Because in Windows 8 I can see that it's going smooth for now. I think anyone else who's uninstalling on Windows 8 should be good, right? But so that code might be working. So this is a good testing time that we're working on that. So it's good for there. My Windows 7 is just hopeless case right now. I could just better restart that. Okay, so yeah, the guys, just roll it on, uninstall that as well from Windows 8 and 7, and let me know if you were successful or not. And this is getting all recorded. Good. So let's go for our second. At least we can start with the software updates as well, if everyone's okay with that. So while we let it remove. So let me know if Windows 7 you got an error, anyone else got an error as well, and also in Windows 8, and I hope I don't get an error for Windows 8 as well. So let's just go back to that SCCM and talk about software updates. So what we basically need, already WSUS, Windows Server Update Services, software update server actually, is responsible for deploying all the updates to all the machines, Windows updates. And but when we give it to SCCM server, it becomes a bit different. So what we need to do is we need to deploy a system role that's going to communicate with the WSUS server, and that's going to get the updates from through WSUS server and show those updates here in this area, all software updates here. So it is in software library and software updates. If we just close that application management where the Msoffice is, so this area where it's going to show the updates if it gets all the updates through WSUS server, right? So we already did we deploy? Yeah, we did deploy WSUS server. So okay, let me just close this customization tool and everything. If you want to quit now, yes. Okay. The main purpose of this next lab is actually just to see how to deploy software updates through SCCM to our client machines. We're gonna start up some of the features. We're gonna start up some basic configuration. Then we're gonna leave it here, and then we're gonna continue on Thursday with this software updates, and then we're gonna do some more labs on Thursday as well. Software updates is going to, so SCCM will work with WSUS feature, which is a free feature in Windows 2012. And where is that feature? If we go already there to on the left side, WSUS is showing here, and on tools also we can just access from here. We did deploy WSUS, and its only job is to deploy all the Windows updates to all the clients. Now SCCM is there, so SCCM does not let WSUS do this job. SCCM then uses WSUS to download all the updates and synchronize with Microsoft site, and then get all the updates from there and deploy it the SCCM way, which has a lot more options than WSUS, right? For that, we don't need to work in WSUS. We can still right click and open the WSUS console. It's not recommended to make any changes in the WSUS, and because we're going to be strictly working on SCCM for that, right? So let's just basically configure SCCM to deploy all the, so I'm just going to close this WSUS. I was just showing you that it's there already. We did that on the installation, basic installation. So let's just go to that SCCM console and deploy that system role. So I'm just going to go for administration. I'm going for administration, and then going to site collection. We always come here to deploy any extra site system role. If we already see that there are some site system roles we have deployed, two roles are not showing here, which you already have. I just recreate the whole environment, so I don't have that web point, web collection point. So that we can just work later. So right now it's let's just deploy another site system role, which is, so we can just go to sites, and go to add site system roles, right? So when we go to site system roles, it starts a wizard, and then it's gonna ask us which site system role you want to deploy, and we can go next. We don't have any proxy, so we're just using direct internet from our DSL at home. Next. Now software update point. This is going to be the site system role that we're going to be deploying inside SCCM. That's going to work with WSUS to get the updates, download the updates from Microsoft website, and then deploy it to the discovered clients in this infrastructure. So software update point, we'll just select that, Next. Okay, here we can either go for so WSUS is already configured with ports 80 and 443. So 80 if it's not secure, 443 if it's using SSL certificates, and you're using 443. But in our case, we're not using that, so we can just go for WSUS is configured to use ports 8530 and 8531 for client communication. Default settings for WSUS on Windows Server 2012. Okay, so these are the ports WSUS normally use as default by default. Um, so we're just going to go for that because we don't have 443 port. Also, we're not going to require SSL communication. We don't have certificates deployed. Also, we will just try to check these Windows updates within our environment. So allow intranet only client connections, which is just within the company. And we're not going for internet only client, or we're not going for internet and intranet. So this option is okay, but what we change on this page is this option. WSUS is configured to use ports 8530 and 31. Okay, next. So then we need credentials to let SCCM deploy, communicate with WSUS, and get all the updates and deploy it in the environment. So let's just click that, use credentials, and go for new account here. If we just check existing account, if it is showing in the existing account our domain admin account, which is okay, then we don't have to go for new account, right? So it already has detected that, okay, this is the account that's controlling all the SCCM functionality. So once this is added, let's just go ahead. Next. Now synchronize from Microsoft Update, yes. So select the synchronization source for the software update point. So software update point, synchronize from upstream server, we can just select that as well. If there's a separate server dedicated to WSUS server is deployed already, and it's installing those updates, so we can just the software update point or SUP can connect to that local WSUS server if it's already there, or we can just tell it to just synchronize from Microsoft. But later we're going to discover that we can check through WSUS that those updates are deployed or not, are being deployed or not. So do not synchronize from Microsoft Update. No, we're not going to do that. So this is okay. Also, WSUS reporting events. WSUS reporting. We don't want WSUS reporting because we have our own SCCM reporting that's gonna give us all the details for SCCM. What updates have been deployed, what has not been deployed. So we're not using WSUS reporting. We're not using WSUS at all. We're not gonna configure and anything WSUS, but it's still in the background going to use WSUS to do all this work. Okay, so nothing to change here on this page. Next. Yes, we can enable synchronization from time to time. So now I'm just going to make sure that my notes are exactly saying the same thing which I am trying to do here. Okay, so simple updates is okay, but simple schedule is okay, but let's just put it to 7 hours. In fact, you know what, how frequently should it synchronize? That's gonna be crazy. But if we have 3 hours class, and every hour if it connects to Microsoft site, I'm just going for 1 hour. Okay, you could just choose any hour, right? But after 1 hour it's gonna again connect, and are there any updates? Okay, can I download? Yes, thank you. So and then alert when synchronization fails on any site in the hierarchy. Yes, alert us that if synchronization, somehow we don't have internet, or somehow the Microsoft site is not working at that particular time. So maybe after this lab we just shut down the machine, right? We may not keep it up all the time, so let's just keep it to 1 hour. Whenever we connect after 1 hour, it's gonna connect, synchronize with Microsoft if the sub tool is still working, or software update service. So yes, it's okay, and let's just give it the minimum time. Next. Okay, what is supersedence behavior? So it just immediately expires superseded software update. So suppose you installed an update today, and after 6 months there's a new update that is newer for that update which we installed 6 months ago. So if this is the same update, the new version of the same update, just go ahead and overwrite the new one. Uh, override the old one with the new one, right? So it's okay. New version of the same update. So old update, go ahead and overwrite that. So okay. Next. Now, what do we want to deploy? What do we want to install from Microsoft website? So it's security updates, service packs, update rollups. We can just critical updates is critical. So let's just go for that. Service packs are big. So for now in our environment, no, but definitely we need to do our homework. What we need, what we do not need. For now, critical security updates and update rollups is okay for us. And you can choose any one of those, or just choose anyone if you don't have space. Okay, next. Now these are all the products for which we can deploy updates, right? So all products, and then we can go way down. We have Windows 7 and 8 and 2012, SCCM, and all these software, operating system and software, right? So we can just go for now, we can just go for Windows. Here, Windows, expand that. When we expand, already so many are selected. That's not fair, Microsoft. Anyway, we want to deselect this. So click here on the top once, then click here again on the top. Now everything is unselected, right? So what we need is Windows 7 and 8 related updates for now. And if you want, just go ahead for 2012. If you want for SCCM, just go up there and look for SCCM. There's a System Center, Data Protection Manager, and other System Center related updates as well up there. But I'm just going for Windows 7 and 8 updates. Okay. So next. So if we download updates on all these languages, this means we're duplicating the space per language, same amount of data per language. So critical updates in Chinese and English and Greek and Korean. So let's just keep English and uncheck all. We need really space in our environment, and in production as well. If we need that, of course, then others we can uncheck. So this is what we can download in English for now, right? Next. That's it for the sub tool or the software update tool. Next. Okay, that's it for the wizard actually. But let me just check my notes as well. The only other thing we're doing. Okay, so we're gonna just close that, and we have set up. If we go and click the servers and site system roles, there's that software update point that we configured. So we can right click that and go to properties, and these are all the settings for software update that we can touch. So here proxy, we don't have proxy, and the ports, general ports, we can just mess with, and intranet or internet, nothing else. So we can just, although it says SSL port number, we did not put the 443, so it's not SSL, it's just a second port for the WSS, right? So nothing here to change, but we know that if we wanted to change, these are the only option available to change, right? So now the second place we can go is software library, and here we can actually click all software updates, and we can right click and do the synchronized software updates. So then we can let it communicate with the internet and try to download the updates, but we would be visiting a log file to check if what's is it even communicating or not. So click that and it's just gonna say run synchronization. You can review the synchronization process by checking this log component in the component status node of the monitoring workspace. So in the monitoring we can just try to check, but yes, press yes. Are you sure you want to initiate a site-wide synchronization of software updates? Yes, we want. So once this is enabled, now make sure of course you have internet here. So if internet is not there, just enable it now. And yes, we did check that already, so internet is there. Now we can check two log files which can tell us straight if there was any error or what's the status now. First of all, there's that file called cmtrace. Cmtrace just lets us open the log files and give us some live input. Whenever the log file is updated, it just appears, the new line or lines appear in the that cmtrace file. So let's just get that file first, cmtrace. That file is available in the DVD-ROM, right? Or I could just go and check in this PC C drive and just put cmtrace.exe. Excuse me. I don't think it's here. Maybe it's here. What's wrong with my throat? Well, we're gonna go and check inside the DVD of SCCM, which is already mounted in the in this server. So I'm just looking here, but last time I did not find, so I don't think I'm gonna find now even. So I'm just gonna open the file explorer while the search is running there. SCCM is mounted on the DVD here. So right click and open the DVD which has the SCCM mounted there. And this is the DVD of SCCM. If we just run the same search here, and there you go, there's a CCM trace, cmtrace.exe, right? And yes, it was not, yeah, it's not inside even if you have installed SCCM, it's not there. So it's SMS setup tools is there. So we can just right click anywhere here, copy this file, it's it's the same file, or we can just right click this one, although it's the same thing. I don't know why I just selected again, and then copy it anywhere in the C drive. So E drive in the software folder and just paste it. Okay, cmtrace is file, and what we need to do is check our software update related Windows updates download related activity. So first we're going to just double click this. Do you want to make this program the default viewer for log files? Yes, this is a good idea. From in future, if we double click any log file, it's gonna open in the cmtrace. So press yes. Second thing, let's just go to that log file area and check what's going on. Did our software updates really started? So there's a path, so we can just go for that folder here, and then we go for the path. Let's just follow that. So C program files, so C program files, not the x86, simple program files, and then go for Microsoft configuration manager here inside the program files and C, and then we go for, let me just check my configuration manager, then we go straight to the logs. There's a log folder. But to see the activity for software update, if we double click, it's asking for extra permission. Let's just click continue here and press yes as well. Now we see all the log files here, but in order to see the activity related to Windows updates, we need to connect to the file called wsync manager. So this is the last file actually, totally last file. Excuse me. So we can just double click this file, and there you go, our very own first error. Okay, is it error? So when did we start that? We executed at, seriously, at 11:56? No, it's the previous detail. Uh, we executed it at 9:37 today. Wake up bias, CF change, starting sync, performing sync, perform active, sub, SCCM server 2, database server not detected for sub, SCCM server 2, seriously, the SCF file skipping, sync failed, WSUS update source not found on site store, please refer to wcm.log. Okay, let's just check there. Sync failed, we'll try in 60 minutes, see, otherwise we would have tried in 7 days. But let's just go for the WCM file. WCM file is also there. We can just open and go to that log folder again. This is WCM file. Okay, double click that. Does it open a second one? Oh, it opens the same one. So we do not, we can just open that wsync as well. But what's going on here? WSUS sync running right now. Starting WSUS category sync from upstream. So it started at 9:37, and 8. So there it is. Trigger event array index ended. Let's see if change notification trigger. Setting new. Sub 0 is this. Updating active subgroups. Checking for supported. Well, it's saying it's syncing, right? So whatever comes up, it's going to, so the last update is 9:45, which is just now. So it is syncing. So what else is the proof that, where is it right now? It clearly says WSUS is syncing, right? WSUS is syncing. So let's just go to WSUS. We don't need to configure anything extra. And we can go to some other places as well. So let's not configure anything else. So we're just viewing in WSUS, right? We're not supposed to touch or any configuration in WSUS while this is going on or ever. This is just a partner in silence. So WSUS, I'm just opening that. We can just open it from tools here as well. So Windows Server Update Service, when it opens, okay, it opens first of all, and there's that computer, update going on. But if we just open that, do not configure anything, I'm just checking synchronization here, right? And it's running, and it's 0%, and it is synchronizing. Let it run, it takes time, and it might just stay 0%, it might just say fail, so start again here, right? Then the second one actually starts doing the actual updates. It starts showing some numbers as well. Then right now it's trying to communicate. We still have internet here, so we're good, we're kind of good. And if we can just check any updates here, again, not just all updates here, so it's 0 of 0 of 0. And if we're not changing anything, we're just viewing, and we're supposed to just view. So refresh, because its synchronization is still, it has just initialized, so it's still showing what later it starts showing numbers here, right? So if we do see numbers here, don't touch those updates here or don't make any changes there. Just then we can go back to SCCM and we can just try to see what's going on. It's 9:47, it's 9:48 here, and it's still, there's no error showing up here. Starting the research category sync from upstream, so it's just kind of communicating with the Microsoft, but we might have to wait for it. and that error is not supposed to come, so we need to really find out how to remove that. So for that, I'm just gonna go back to that path at least and actually uh, check that, open that second log as well. So I'm just gonna go to program files here, go to Microsoft Configuration Manager here, and then go to logs, and then go way down to the last one, wsync mgr, and since now it's gonna open only in cm trace, which is good. Next schedule sync is a regular sync at this time, 10 o'clock. Okay. Oh, okay. Setting sync alert to active state on site tour. Next schedule sync is regular at 10. So it's just saying that it's going to do that. DB server not detected. So, I would recommend that give it time, right? Just give it time, but this might come again, so we need to check then. It's saying already go for WCM log and check what's the error. So this is a common error, and ID is this stat message ID 6703. We can just look up in the Google. There are many sites that are giving explanation why this come. We just initialized or basically started this communication. So we give it a little time. We did the basic configuration. There are some monitoring tools that we can use to trace it, but I'm just gonna stick to that synchronization. Maybe it fails, then we can start again here as well. In fact, uh, we can just go back here where we right clicked it, and if we just keep put this synchronized software update, I just want to check if it makes any change in the log file. I did that before, right? So if I go to the log file and F5, well, if there was any new trigger, it would have said that, but it's going to just stick to that, 1 hour thing. Did I create any trigger here? This is 9:50. Just now this is coming live update, so yes, it's still syncing. This is just giving us what's going on here. It's still syncing, right? Trying to synchronize. So WSUS is excuse me, trying this. I would not close this machine today, or at least whenever it stops doing something, or there's a confirmed error coming here that I can no longer sync. If it syncs, does it appear inside the software updates? So I would just recommend that keep these machines up, or we can just shut it down and start it later, and give it some time to grab some updates and just start downloading. So we can do that all as well. So but the updates should be appearing here finally whenever they appear, or we can just go up anywhere else and then come back. That will refresh this. And if we go for software update, we can see here an error. If we go to software update here, so software update synchronization for the software update point role at the Toronto site failed. It does give that error, and then it says critical here, right? So we can just click this, and it's gonna just take us to the monitoring overview, alerts, critical, and that's where it could be in little detail, or we can just look it up in Google. I just wanted to configure the basic site, then we can just go ahead and make it. I just wanted the WSUS to first synchronize some of the updates. It starts downloading successfully those, right? It's just that to get those updates inside the SCCM and try to deploy it later. But if we get inside once SCCM in this area here in software library, then after this the tasks are not that difficult to send it to the machines. But to get here, this means that SUP has to communicate with WSUS, and SUP has to all the updates have to be appearing here. That's the main thing. So anyway, we triggered those updates, we started them, and I would recommend that just let it run, let it have a go till 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock we can see what errors pop up, or because it's gonna try again, and if it just gives that same error, then okay, we need to work on it. I'm gonna just try to configure it and show some more tools that can help us, and then we're gonna finally, so if we go through errors, we're gonna understand more. uh, so any questions till now? So what we did today was just MS Office deployment. Big software takes a lot of time, obviously, so that's a good example of deploying a big software silently, or just give it some level of you know, visibility to the users, or give some more options to the users. In fact, what I was removing is still removing there in Windows 8. So it did take time to deploy, so yes, let's give it time to remove as well. And the hopeless case Windows 7, I'm not gonna try that. So it's still removing, so I'm just gonna keep it up, and I'm just gonna pause the video, uh, and see the you know, what it triggers at 10, and at 10 maybe this error pops up again. DB server not detected for sub. If this error pops up again, then we need to find out why, and we're gonna work on it, right? So if there are any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we're gonna continue this later as well. So I'm just gonna put that video up there, and you can follow it till here. And if there are no questions, then we can. That is it. But it's just 5 minutes after for the trigger left, so we can try. We can see that if you want. Otherwise, it's okay if you want to leave. Getting the updates in is the main thing. We can check all this. Stat message ID 6703. Sync field MSS update source not found on site. Not good. I think after this it's gonna trigger again. So if I click here, this is what it's saying, and copy, and if I just go and there's another way to go easily, but I just wanted to check when we start deploying, what errors are coming here. And this is a common error that actually pops up the first time we're doing that, so I'm just putting this as well. I haven't tested myself by going to dashboard. So yes, then how to fix it? Uninstall subrole, uninstall wsus, delete susdb. So there's a database that gets created. Restart server, install sus again. Configured updates to be stored locally. Run post deployment configuration from server manager. Started wsus admin. So this is some of the steps they did. I just didn't. Last time in the class I had to do that, and all the students had to do that. But I just wanted to see if we can just resolve it without uninstalling the whole thing, right? So there are ways to do that. I just wanted, because there's less time, so I just went for the first error. Let's just look at that, and we can just click this as well. There are all those other interesting numbers that we can look up. Windows wsus update source not found on site Tor. So normally what happens is that when we uninstall and reinstall, it worked last time. It just works, because then in one go we can install everything, so everything communicates with everything. In our case, we deployed wsus like a few classes back, and then now we're trying to communicate with SUP, software update point in SCCM. So they are kind of having some problem communicating with each other. So this could be uh, the problem that in one go we did not deploy that on day one. We deployed WSS, so when we deploy in one go we can just do that. Seriously, Shao Chan? Okay. So there's a comment from Shao Chan that mine is succeeded in updating services. Okay, so hey, we're talking about lucky computers here. Come on, I mean, your computer is lucky, and we cannot do anything about it, right? So that's the best technical reason for your computer. So any other normal computer, not I'm not talking about the lucky computers now. I'm talking about the normal computers, right? So and there is one lucky other computer, Michael's computer, that also gets everything the first time. So anyone else trying that and getting the same error? I should have asked that before. So that's a good thing that you didn't even see that error and it's the first time. Okay, you don't see anything in CCM, but you do see in WSUS. That's what you're saying, right? So if I go back, hey, okay, that's what I was saying. Let it run first, and now it's the last minute because it's gonna trigger again automatically by SCCM. So I would let it go. Otherwise, I would just simply click this button, synchronize, and this time when you do that, it's going to actually start installing the updates and it's going to start showing here in updates, right? Then the only task left would be that whatever we see here, the updates. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. Something triggered or not? Let's just check that first. We'll wait for 1 minute for any subscription or proxy changes. So done using credentials. At exec 10 it tried the setting new configuration state to WSUS config success, setting new configuration state to subscription pending, credentials check, no SSL, yeah, that's all the basic check. Wait for proxy changes, nothing here yet. So yes, it again triggered that at 10, I think. Well, the messages were coming at 9 as well, 59, 58. Oh, it's doing it continuously actually. So I want to see if I just don't want to disturb any natural. I know what it's doing automatically, but when we just trigger that. Okay, let's just refresh that. Something happened here or what? Hey, the next sync started now, which I was gonna do, which I was thinking of doing. So the next sync at 10, which was supposed to start, did it start? It's gonna give the time somewhere here. So the next sync started, and if I go for updates, nothing yet. If I refresh, oh, nothing yet. So much for nothing yet. Okay, the updates are here. 64. If I keep on refreshing, 90. Keep on refreshing. Okay, the ball is rolling now. That's it. I was gonna do it myself, but it's good that we let the whatever we set up do that. So updates can be seen. We don't configure, change anything here, right? We do everything from SCCM itself. Here we can just go somewhere else, click something else, and then click back. Still there's that communication thing. So if I check the WCM, which it just mentioned, wait time out after 1 minute while waiting for at least one trigger event. So that's the WCM log. If we go for WSync log, okay, it's just checking, cross-checking all the basic configuration right now in WCM log. If you go for the other log, which is WSync manager, WSync manager, and go down. Okay, good. Seems like some good news. It's 10:02, just 1 minute ago. This is synchronizing updates, process 439 out of, okay, that's the latest one, 2%. ETA is 40 in 40 minutes it's gonna download all the updates. Okay, so far so good. So let's just so leave them to talk to each other. And then, so it takes time, definitely, but we just needed to confirm that it is doing its job, and that's good. So what I would recommend, if you can, just don't stop your machine and give it a 1 or 2 hours more, and keep that log open, wsync manager, and I think it's gonna complete till 100%. Oh, there's some activity here as well, waiting for changes for 51 minutes. Okay, that's the main activities here, wsync manager. And obviously just a last check here, 98 updates. If you refresh, 185 updates, and it's rolling. Okay, good. And one more check here. It should it appear here? So click there and click back here. Nothing yet here. Okay, let the WSUS do its job. Let's WSUS do its work, and we can check back later on that and continue on Thursday, right? So at least let WSUS finish its all updates, right? So I would recommend that, but you can just shut down your machines if you can't keep it up, so it's okay as well. I'm just gonna keep it up, and I'm gonna pause the video here, and if I get to see anything interesting, I'm just gonna record that. Otherwise, we're gonna continue with this state. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna. Should I take a snapshot of that at this time? No, so I will just let it complete that synchronization till 100% here, and it's still running at 15%. So when it's just done, then I'm gonna take a snapshot there, so we can continue later from there when we start, right, the machines again. So okay, guys, any questions? Let me know. Otherwise, it's good night, and just let the machine go. If your updates appear here, that's a very good news. If they appear here, otherwise we have to convince or tune up a little or check some of the other areas. Alright, this is it for today, and this is 10:05. So do repeat this lab, and you're gonna get this video by tonight or tomorrow morning. If there are no questions, let me know, and have a nice night.